Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing the Legend of Korra. This is Book 4, Chapter 4, titled The Calling. Last time around, we had a coronation that went, well, not as planned, but kind of as we expected. Kuvira was going to do something, and she certainly did. Proclaimed in front of everyone that it's now the Earth Empire, and she's not going to give up power. Yeah, as I said, just like we expected, and she has Varric working on something.
Spirit juice.
Spirit juice, with the spirit vines, and that's going to be interesting. Marco and Bolin, they are now kind of on opposite sides, had a little bit of an argument. What are the world going to, like the world leaders, what are they going to do about this Kuvira situation? And on top of that, we have Korra with Toph, and Korra is still struggling very much. We found out that she still has some of the poison, some of the metal poison inside of her, and she can't really get it out until she really wants it out. Mm-hmm. So she has some stuff to work on mentally there as well, and hopefully with the help of Toph she can get better, and we're gonna see what happens. Are you ready to jump into this? Yes. Anything you want to say before we do?
You could probably tell that I'm wearing extravagant makeup today. And I just felt like it. It's for a project and I just felt like it. So there you go.
Yeah, no need to make up any excuses for that. If you feel like it, then
no excuse.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I mean. But let's do it. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for some of the shows that we're doing, including The Legend of Korra, where we are several episodes ahead. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. Here we go.
So Tenzin tasked Jinora, Iki, and Milo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The Avatar.
Grandpa Aang and his friends were around our age when they traveled the world.
Well, at least I won't have to worry about you starving out there.
We don't need your food.
But I made your favorite treat.
Sweet buns with happy faces on them? This one is smudged. I can't eat this.
You know,
Come
sometimes
on.
things get smudged in the wild.
Now let's move out, soldiers. Pepper, yip yip.
Pepper? Oh, cool. I understand that they're worried about them, but they can handle themselves.
If you get through to Korra, tell her I said hi. Do you feel anything yet? What's taking so long?
Icky.
Icky, I can't concentrate if you keep talking.
Jinora's spirity powers are broken and she doesn't know where Korra is.
My powers are not broken.
You can hold the picture of Korra I drew. Wow. I didn't know you could draw. You don't know a lot of things about me, sister. Let's roll.
You drew that? Damn.
Impressive.
I was expecting something like a soccer drawing.
Yeah.
You know?
I was thinking the same thing.
What should I call you other than beautiful? I'm Tuyin. Nice to meet you. Ooh, Mila found a girlfriend.
Aw.
Cute.
Very.
You drove away the love of my life.
He's so dramatic.
Very.
Oh, wait, that's the same.
Looks like someone just drummed up a good old-fashioned bead. Then where did she go?
Oh, I don't know, but she wasn't looking too good.
You need to start pulling your weight. That goes for you too, so-called leader. Remember when he used to be so nice and sweet?
No?
When was he ever?
I threw some rocks at the Avatar. He got all whiny, and Sokka fell in a hole.
There would be more to it than that. What about the time you guys took down the Fire Lord?
I was on a blimp, and I think a giant turtle showed up. Wow, what a day.
Okay, you're terrible at telling stories.
If you're so antsy to do something, why don't you go and collect some mushrooms for dinner? Oh, and make sure you get the big slimy ones. They're the tastiest.
Where's all the food Mom gave us? I threw it in the river. You did what? We hunt for our meals. Milo, we're vegetarians. We don't hunt.
Yeah.
Enough whining. Pookie and I will go find some grub.
You gather. You don't hunt.
Mm. Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a sugar glider.
Mm.
Hey, does this mean we're friends?
I guess.
You're trespassing.
Oh, come on, Iggy. Fly, fly. Oh, no.
This girl is Tenzin's kid, and she's looking for the Avatar. Do you know what that means?
No, but try this macaroon.
Get that out of my face!
I found a whole sack of food down by the river, and with each delicious snack comes a lovely handwritten note. That is so touching.
My mom wrote those notes.
Enough with the cute notes! Where are your brother and sister?
I'd rather hang out here with you guys. Hit me with one of those macaroons.
They're gonna get tired of her and just let her go.
Perhaps.
Oh, fuck. We'll stroll down memory lane. What did you do?
Are you okay?
We found some berries.
And ate a lot of them. I.
Oh.
No. Eating it again.
Because Kuvira's taking all the troops to Zaofu, and we had to stay here.
Well, it's the last city left, and then the whole Empire will be united.
We're supposed to be looking for the Avatar together, but they won't even let me help.
Well, that's not fair.
What about this place?
Oh, that's the swamp. No one goes there.
You're a valuable member of the team, and you have a big heart. I know you're gonna find her. Now let's get you out of those ropes.
Oh no! Well,
You're welcome, Miki. I just found our food, and I have an idea where Korra is.
You do? Then let's get going.
Sorry my brother and sister knocked you out. Nice chatting with you.
Macaroon.
They did not deserve that, though.
yeah, they were not so bad.
No.
Sounds like you're carrying around your former enemies, the same way you're still carrying around that metal poison. You ever consider maybe you could learn something from them? What did Amon want? Equality for all. Unalak? He brought back the spirits. And Zahir believed in freedom. The problem was, those guys were totally out of balance, and they took their ideologies too far.
Exactly.
How am I supposed to move on?
Boy, you avatars sure need a lot of hand-holding. Get up. We're going to the Banyan Grove tree.
Oh, the big one.
Oh, yes.
I don't think we're going to find her here. Let's go, Pepper.
Wait, what if... Oh!
Whoop. But the swamp wants you there.
Yeah. I was about to say, what if a tornado swoops by, but...
Why did those stupid vines pull us in here anyway? Because they want us here. I'm telling you, Korra's got to be close.
Listen to Iki.
It's beautiful.
Your problem is you've been disconnected for too long. Disconnected from the people who love you, and disconnected from yourself.
Hey, she's doing it.
Korra! I know where Korra is!
Boom.
I saw Janora, Iki, and Milo. They're here.
Good. Hopefully they're here to take you home.
I'm tired of you. Go away.
Janora sensed your energy.
But we never would have been here if it weren't for Iki.
I never would have stormed off and found those soldiers if it weren't for Milo. I was trying to toughen up these ladies.
Sure.
Sure.
Your grandpa was a real pain in my butt.
Wait a minute. Cranky, old, blind? You must be tough.
Oh, I like this one.
You need to come home, Korra.
I'm not bending it out of you. You've got to do this on your own.
Come on, Korra. Come on, Korra.
Release the fear.
Yes.
Well done, Korra.
Whew.
I'd like to give you a hug now, if that's okay with you.
All right. You earned it.
She must get lonely too.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
Aww. That was a really nice episode.
Oh, very emotional.
Yeah, but I'm glad they took the time to actually focus on what was going on with Korra. And we also got some time with
The Airbender kids.
the Airbender kids, yeah. While they have gotten older, they're still very much like themselves. Bickering, but in the end, also helping out each other and being there for each other. So, yeah, good one. But that was chapter 4, The Calling. And we're going to jump straight into the Patreon questions this time around because we're a little bit pressed for time today. So yeah, just jumping straight into those. The first one from Burrito. Personally, I really like the vibe of this episode. The journey of the Tenzin children also reminds me very much of the wanderings of Aang's team. There are some identical moments of the swamp attack on the flying bison and Korra's connection with Jinora with the help of lianas, the roots, I'm guessing. But what did you like most about this episode? Yeah, so some of those things that it did actually feel kind of like the old team, and some of the shots that we got with the kids on the bison, and the name of the bison was Pepper. Yeah, them flying over the landscape. It kind of reminded me of some of the shots that we got in Atla. And then, of course, as Burrito is saying, the identical moments with the team there being pulled into the swamp by the swamp. This time it wasn't a tornado, even though I was half expecting it. But it was the roots or the vines pulling them down. And then also with the big tree towards the end, Korra connecting, finding Jinora. Some identical moments there, but what I really liked about it was, yeah, what we said right when we finished the episode was just spending some time with the Airbender kids and focusing on Korra and what she's dealing with and how she can move forward. What the swamp does there with the visions. It's a very spiritual place. Of course, everything with Toph was pretty damn awesome. And then, especially for me, the music in this episode. The music is always great, always, but it really hit in this one, and just those emotional punches like really came when the music just went up. And yeah, very enjoyable episode. What about you?
I feel like I'm sounding a bit like a broken record at this point, but I just love this whole delving into Korra's psyche and her mental state, and the whole thing with facing, like, she's facing her hurt. Like, these people hurt her in a very short period of time, and that fear that she felt in the moment, that's what's keeping the poison there. That's like, the fear is the poison. And I think, without knowing too much about PTSD, I would say that it's the fear that you feel in that moment that keeps you imprisoned in those memories and those it's this fear that just keeps on lingering like poison in you. And I'm not saying the only way is to face them, but, you know, as Toph was saying, like, sit down, think about these people, like these horrible people that hurt you. Think about what you can learn from them, and think about where they went wrong. Because they all fought for good things. Like, one fought for equality between everyone, and one fought for, like, getting the spirits back, and like getting that spiritual balance back to the world. And the last one wanted freedom for everyone. But the main thing with all three of them, as Toph also said, that these people went too far. They were completely out of balance. And this is why we need Korra in balance to actually get all of these three things back. Like she needs to maintain the freedom of the people and the equality of the people, while also having this spiritual balance in the world.
Yeah.
She's the keeper of all three.
Yeah, it's very well put, what Toph said there. And it was most certainly also one of my favorite moments of the episode, because she was so spot on with like her assessment of Korra's past enemies, what they stood for, where they went wrong, how they're still affecting Korra. Like, yeah, you just explained it all, but that was so poignant and so spot on. I really, really like that. And I hope we're going to see more of Toph, but just what we got with her here and how she was able to help Korra, or help Korra help herself, so to say, that was just really, really beautiful.
Yeah, one thing she said is, how are you going to fight future enemies if you're still going to fight your past enemies?
Yeah, if you're still trapped in the past, how can you move on? That
was great.
Yeah, yeah.
That was amazing. It was a hit, and I think people can tell from me being like, ugh.
Yeah,
that was really that hit right in the soft spot.
Almost messed up that beautiful makeup that you just put on.
Yeah, I really tried to keep it back.
Yeah, I understand. And then the next one is from Glenn Campbell. I'm curious on both of your thoughts on Korra's mental and emotional changes and growths through the first 3 seasons. Where do you think she has improved in her thinking, choices, and actions, and where do you think she's still lacking or growing? Oh, that's a big question. There's a lot in that. Of course, like from the get-go, she was always very good at the physical stuff, the bending, taking, the responsibility as an avatar in that way, but was lacking in the spiritual department. But she's definitely made up for that, some of that through the series. And I think she has become a really, really strong person. She was always strong, and perhaps that was also a bit of her weakness there to begin with, because she just went headfirst into a situation thinking she could handle it, and a lot of the time maybe not so much. And then everything that happened in the span of a year in the first 3 books, that really took a toll on her, and she needed to learn how to get back up when you've been knocked down so many times, and how to move forward. So I think, yes, like that is what she needed to work on, and that is exactly what she did in this episode, or in this chapter. So yeah, she's still human, of course. She can make mistakes like everyone else, but I think she's come a long, long way in general, without getting into too many details.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's all about Korra becoming a person and realizing her true potential. I know that sounds super trite, but I really think so. That this is all about her getting to know herself and getting that. Because I think she was always very, I don't know, brass. Can you say that? She was always very aggressive, and kind of dove
straight into
head first into whatever problem came ahead, without really thinking about it, and without really, like, she was always very opinionated all the time, and maybe she needed to become more like not hesitant, but more like
assess the situation,
a little bit better, and trying to rule with more. It sounds wrong to say compassion, because she's been very compassionate, I think, but she needs to, I don't know, and I think she's come a long way. Like, she's very good at sitting down and trying to assess the situation beforehand, and also trying to see things from other perspectives. She's gotten more of that,
definitely.
But I still think that the last key here, and this is why this is called balance. It's about her being pushed out of balance all this time. The world is being pushed out of balance, and the way we can get balance in the world is actually through Korra and her balance. She needs to be the balance.
Yeah, she needs to find the balance within herself to
maintain the balance of the world.
Exactly. And that is very applicable just in general to anyone. If you want to do something good in the world, if you want to bring balance, well, then first you need to find balance within yourself. It's very hard to help people if you yourself need help. If you get what I'm saying. So it's yeah, she made a lot of strides when it comes to understanding other people and the world, and trying to find balance there. The decisions she made at the end of book 2 with bringing back the spirits, that shows growth. But now she needed to look inwards, and figure out what's going on balance wise, or why isn't she, balanced herself. So yeah, all in all, she's come a really, really long way. And I've definitely enjoyed that journey a lot.
Me too.
All right. And the last one here from V. Delson. I really enjoyed the moment where Toph addressed the motives of the old antagonists. Well, yeah. The core ideas they had weren't bad, they just went too far into extremism. Anyone, not just the Avatar, can aim to bring what they deem is right to the world. But if they themselves are out of balance emotionally and mentally, then you get the same type of problems over and over. I feel like balance is not just a core theme of this season, but this series as a whole, as well as Adler. Even the physical components of the show with bending feels like it has real weight to it due to the animation. And just as Aang sought to bring balance to the world, Korra needs to find balance within herself. Also, a personal vision quest given by an old kooky mentor in a swamp. In what other franchise have we seen that before? Yeah, well.
That was both like a direct parallel to like the swamp episode,
Yeah.
but also a reference to Star Wars.
Dagobah,
Yoda.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry. My Yoda is bad. I'm sorry.
It's all right. But yeah, that was a clear reference. I like that very much. And just word by word, what V. Dalson said here at first, with the antagonist and the balance. Yeah, that's beautifully put. Couldn't have said it better ourselves. So I think we're just gonna leave it at that. That's exactly. That sums it up. Yeah. But is there anything else you want to highlight from this one?
Well, I just thought it was very, like, the whole quest for the Airbender kids was very cute in a way.
Yeah.
And they have a great dynamic, as you also pointed out, it was a bit like the old Avatar team, their whole quest and their dynamic between each other. And Ikki just almost making friends with those gods or whatever those guys.
Earth Empire dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, of course she had the situation completely under control. I even thought that maybe she was even being a little bit manipulative just to get out some information, but like in a nice way, of manipulation, like just making conversation and trying to open them up about, like, isn't it just very lonely to be out here all by yourself? And yeah.
It seemed like she actually did have the situation under control, and as soon as those two got knocked out, she just jumped out of the chair, and the rope just fell down, and like she wasn't trapped at all.
No, she wasn't.
Just wanted to get some information out of them, which she actually did.
Yeah,
and they found out about the swamp. And...
yeah, she had the whole situation under control, I think, and I actually think that she's very, in a way, she is very clever in a social way. That I feel like she's very good at picking up on, like, social interaction. And even though her siblings won't listen to her for whatever reason, and she felt a bit left out. I relate a lot to that because I am also the middle child, so I also felt like I was never listened to, or I was always overlooked and stuff like that. So Ikki's person sometimes speaks a lot to me.
But in the end, they actually did manage to find Korra. They left the swamp, so now Korra has to get into what's going on in the world with this newly formed Earth Empire and those two dudes that was, that caught Icky, and yeah, we talked about that. They said something interesting with Kuvira and her army. They're actually going to Saufu, and Kuvira herself also kind of did just outright say that to Sue in the previous chapter when they were talking together, that Saufu knows what's coming, or what's coming for Saufu. So yeah, that was kind of expected, and maybe that's what we're gonna get into in the next one.
Yeah, she basically said, "Swiggity sooty, I'm coming for that booty." So that's gonna be, I think, the next big one.
Yeah, but unless you have anything else?
No.
Nope. All right. That's going to do it for this reaction and review of The Legend of Korra, Book 4, Chapter 4, The Calling. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.